Welcome back. Sorry for the break. So, like I was saying, reverse shell, instead of the attacker, or let me just give it a summary so that you understand. So, look at the pictorial illustration. It shows that the connection is coming from the victim's machine. So, instead of the attacker initiating the connection, it is the victim system or device that is initiating the connection to the attacker. What are the mediums through which this is accomplished? Through malware, payload. Because it is the payload that triggers hidden outbound connection. So firewall is configured in such a way that anything going out can go out, but it blocks anything that is coming in that is suspicious. Okay? So that's why we said it is very hard, or it's harder for firewalls or intrusion detection system to detect reverse shell, because this is often disguised in files, PDF, pictures, and so on and so forth. Okay. So once this connection is established, the attacker gains remote command execution. Okay. So let's move forward. Socket programming in Python. So before we lay the foundation about malware development, it is very important or necessary that we learn about network programming in Python and how we can create network applications. This first step will help us in learning network programming. And this is what we call sockets. So the question now is, why learn sockets? One, is a foundation of network applications. Two, it enables communication between programs across network. What is a socket? A socket is an endpoint of two-way communication link. An endpoint of two-way communication link. And this can be identified through the means of an IP address and a port. So I've often given you guys a scenario where you're looking for someone, okay? So the IP address of the person you're looking for, or the location of the person you're looking for, is Ibis Hotel in Enugu. Yes, we know Ibis Hotel or Ipsa Hotel or Ibis Hotel is in, okay, let's take, yes, Enugu, for instance. Now, the person you're looking for rented an apartment in Ibis Hotel in Enugu, and that is where your destination is. But you need to identify the room number of your friend that you are coming to visit. Okay, so that is how we identify IP address and port number, because these are the two means through which we can communicate on a network. So Ibis Hotel is your IP address. That is where we are going. So for any communication to be effective, in this in the OSI model, in the network layer, there's what we call breaking of information into packets. Now, once it's broken into packets, assuming I'm sending mail to Lucas or Nkemakolam or Ogechi. Ogechi has a port, has an IP. So whatever mail I'm sending to Ogechi, once the mail starts traveling, in packets. One, it will get Ogeshi's MAC address, laptop MAC address. Then what is the IP address? That is, where is this message going to? And so what is the room number of this person I want to deliver this email to? So that is the port. So if your communication over the network cannot establish these two things, communication won't be effective. And that is why sometimes when you send mail, it comes back with mailer demo. Or when you send a message, SMS, it says message cannot be sent. There are two things involved. So that the number doesn't exist, or you don't have airtime that can assist you in sending that message. So, but the bottom line is this person cannot be reached. This information cannot move because the necessary protocol process to transfer this message, SMS, to the recipient is not complete. So that's why we keep mentioning two-way handshake, two-way handshake, two-way handshake. So one, a socket is an endpoint of two-way communication link. And this communication link is identified by one, IP address, and then the port number. So like you can see, the transmission control protocol will know where to deliver the data or the information. So without these two, without the port, it's useless. So the information might travel to the IP address, and it will just be rolling, going up and down. Where's Okech's room number? Where's Shegun's room number? Where's Wale's room? Where's Nkemu Akola? Where's Lucas? Where's Chimezi's room number? Where's Martin's? Where is his room? So that is what he'll be doing till the information will come back and the communication will break along the line. So client-server model. Okay, client-server model client-server model. Here, the client initiates connection to the server, listener, and response. This, the server listens and responds. So like I said, we said reverse shell. Now you're not the one initiating this connection. It is the client that is initiating the connection. So what you would do as the attacker is to listen and respond. And that is how server also works. Okay? For you to type www.amazon.com on your laptop, on your browser rather, is an information that goes to the client server. Okay? So now it will look for which port, which IP address, and which request is this person. So the server here is the listener and responder. So that is when we say sync. The server will sync, act, acknowledge, yes, I'm alive. You can come ahead. What do you need? Then once your information is supplied, we say finish. So we say syn, act, syn, act, finish. Okay, so the three ways handshake model of communication must be complete for any communication to be successful. Okay, so common services we use are well-known ports. I mentioned it. Well-known ports, reserved ports, and I've forgotten the third one. Okay, so well-known ports are ports that you are all aware. We have HTTPS, we have HTTP, HTTPS 443, HTTP 80, FTP port 21, Telnet port 23, we have SMTP port 25, and so on and so forth. So these are well-known ports. So port ranges from 1000 to 1024. Okay, so our range in use is 1, 2,